already know what it is, man. Your boy Rich Everything, man. I'm trying to bring y'all content after content after content after content, so y'all can keep up with what it is that we got going on. So, Toot really supposed to be doing this right here to go on his channel, but for some reason he got me doing it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and break this thing right here down for y'all. So he needed some parts to get his ATV running, the 4-wheeler running, so we can go ahead and get this bike life project started. So what we did was we got that CDI Racing part number right here. Let's see what's going on with this here. Right there. When it came with some little ends right here on it. I cut those ends off so I could wire them in. I already had it out of the pack once, and I just went ahead and cut them off because we don't have the same thing on our box, which we didn't hook anything up yet. So there you have it right there, if you can see it. Again, part number right there. You know, you can go on eBay, Amazon, whatever, find that and get that in line. That right there is supposed to give you an independent spark. On top of that, came with a coil. So you got your coil, which leads to your spark. Some of them, when you order them, they even come with a spark plug. But this one didn't come with a spark plug. It just came with a coil pack. So we got a coil pack with the last one that we bought. But the last one that we bought, the CDI was bad. I should have brought that one around here just to show y'all what was wrong with it, because it was hidden behind the plastic and we couldn't see it. We didn't know it was bad. So, but when you shake it, we could hear a rattle noise. Or when I shook it, I could hear a rattle noise in it. And I'm like, what in the world? But I heard it when we first got it, and I never paid any attention to it. Which this time around right here, I pay more attention to detail. So the last one that we got, we actually ordered it in it came with the whole setup, with the switch, all that stuff, the wiring and all that, but I just ordered the CDI by itself. So now we're gonna really see what's what. So we got this CDI, which is the racing CDI, independent. And we got this CDI, which this is the style that came with the CDI that we bought the first time around. Now, I'll tell you something about these CDIs right here. When you look up these CDIs right here, make sure you look up and look at what you're buying, because some of them are AC and others are DC. So, yeah, that's a big thing on that. The plug for that right there, we already had that existing plug that actually goes right here. So we good on that part. We can just snap this right here, right on in, and see if we get any spark or whatever the case may be. If we don't get no spark off that right there, then we know that, well, I'm gonna put it like this right here. I don't see no way of two CDI boxes being bad, but the wiring is the thing. These Chinese brand wiring kits, when you get them, sometimes they may have the wires pinned different. So you got to make sure you check that, man. I would probably just Google and look up the schematics for where the wires are supposed to be, and then go off of that, and they'll tell you, you know, what wire plugs up to what and what type of feed it needs, whether it's ground, whether it's a pulse or, you know what I'm saying, power wire or whatever the case, you know, just all that good stuff. So you would look up this right here, and it will show you this little 6-pin, or I should say 5. It just has 6 pin holes in it, but that middle one at the bottom you want to use. That's for your shut off wire, shut down wire. You know, you could just clip that wire. It's usually a black and white wire. You could just clip that wire, and then that way, later on, if you want to pull a shutdown or something on it, then you could add it back in and try to figure all that out. The main thing is to get it running, not to get it. It's already off, so that's the main goal, to get it running. So I'm gonna see how we're gonna do that. It was Like I said, we got 2 brand new coils. This is a brand new coil that came with the independent racing CDI. So we're going to, since we already have the wires for this one on there, we're going to try this one right here first and see what's what. But we wanted to get all the way down to the tidbit on this thing to see what our problem was. This thing has been sitting outside for quite a while. The owner that had it when we got it, you know what I'm saying, the wires on it was complete rat's nest. We did clean it up, put fresh oil in it. The carburetor, when we get to start working, I remember to show y'all the carburetor that's on there. I'm thinking about it. That carburetor that's on there, it's different, and it's got to be an older style carburetor because the way they got the choke on there, the choke is actually on the lever of the 4-wheeler, which runs a cable down and goes into the side of the carburetor right beside the throttle cable. But when you look inside the carburetor, there's no flap, no nothing to control how much air that you're getting in. And we both, or anybody watching this video that knows anything about a car, motorcycle, whatever the case may be, knows that your air to fuel ratio has to be right in order for you to get the proper spark or get any spark or any type of detonation, you know, with, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, air to fuel, basically. So now let's get down to the tidbit. So with that being said, the carb that's on there, like I said, it to me, you know, we set a goal and we were supposed to have this thing like running for Toot's birthday. We did get it to, I would say, backfire a couple of times. That's about all it did. Yeah, that's about all it did was backfire. So my thing with that was, we ain't looking for a backfire. We actually looking to get this thing, get some spark, get this thing cranked up. So what I took the liberty of doing. Really on a huge budget right now. To be honest with you, that's so relentless and trying to get some other stuff straight in life. But went ahead and bought a new car. So now we should be able to bolt this thing right here, right up. To me, seems pretty solid. The other car down here where you got your vent tube, it didn't even have a vent tube on it, so it was leaking gas out of the bowl. All this other good stuff right here. One of the things I do like about this carb here, and we gotta figure it out just a little bit, because I can tell you now, it's a little different from the actual picture. So so if you can see it, the throttle cable will actually go in here. So now when you're pulling this throttle cable back, it'll actually be closing it. So I don't know, we're gonna see how all that's set up, because if you let me tell it, I think with the choke and all this other stuff, it's supposed to be somewhat closed anyway, instead of just take this cap off wide open like that. But as you can see, and this is what we were missing in the other carburetor. This was not in there. So I don't know who was trying to touch up on that carburetor, whatever the case may be, but maybe they disassembled the carburetor thinking they can clean it and, you know, make things right with it, but that didn't happen. if I may say. That did not happen. So one of the other things is, my bad, this right here is, I'm saying your throttle, my bad. This right here is your this right here is your choke. Right here. So say that back over. This lever right here is your choke. Right here. So like I was saying, it's gonna tell you what you got. You know what I'm saying? Whether you wide open throttle, or whether you need to let it sit there, warm up a bit or whatever. So my bad, I'm moving pretty fast. But and then you have your throttle right here, which I don't even want to take this off because I know it's a spring in here. And all I'm gonna do is take this off and the spring's gonna pop out. It's got a jet that's inside here, a needle, my bad. The needle was inside here, and what that needle does is that needle, you can kind of see it from the back side right here. If you look in that hole, that little round piece right there actually holds a needle that goes down in the carburetor. So as long as this right here is blocked up like that, you're not really getting too much air in there. Now I'll show you something. Let me take this cap back off for a second. If I do this and I open this up, I don't know if you guys can see that. In all due reality, you should be able to see just a tad bit of light in one of them corners until I hit that choke button and then it cuts it off. I can see it from this side, but you might not be able to see it, you know what I'm saying, with the camera. Even if I turn it this way right here, you'll be able to see. So this is what happened whenever you got the choke. Like I say, open or close. So you're letting this little air in. Now you got the gas sitting there now. And it's still just a little air getting in, but it's just enough to get it to start warm up a little bit. And then you can start opening your choke up. So you can start running full blast. So with all due, if this project right here does not unfold like we wanted to unfold, one of the things I could say is what we would be able to do is we'll still have a brand new carburetor, still got brand new coil, still got brand new CDI. So we'll just end up probably finding us a nice little, I wouldn't mind finding a dirt bike. So if somebody out there watching this YouTube got a dirt bike that they just got sitting around and they want, you know what I'm saying, $200 or $300 for it. It's a nice little project bike, something that's decent, you know what I'm saying, and you think we can work something out on me sending the money, paying you for it, or you putting it on the site for me to pay for it, and then we can get the shipping stuff straightened out. Get at me so we can go ahead and get this stuff right here running, man. But yeah, you see it right here, man. Got the carb, got the CDI box and the coil right there. And then we have the CDI box that goes with the old wiring that we have. So basically, I think the first thing we should be putting on is the carb, so we'll see if that makes any difference on whether or not we can get some combustion in this thing now. So y'all already see it, man. Toot's supposed to be doing this video, but I went ahead and got it knocked out so I can go ahead and get it posted and out of the way. So this one will be on my channel. Probably, or I might just edit it and send it to him, and then he can stick it on his channel. I don't know, but wherever you're looking at it right now, then that's where it's supposed to be. So shout out to that boy J.T. Verified. Shout out myself, Rich _ everything with an A. Bike life parts are in. So we're gonna try to get Toot up and running. Same way that we got Relentless going. So y'all know what to do, man. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit subscribe button, hit that bell for post notifications, man. Your boy Rich _ everything with an A. You already know what it is, man. I'm out.